Today on the dirt bike track, we learned that if your friend has recently become a self-induced mountain hermit, you should respect their space because there's always the chance that they have turned into a snake woman, and seeing that might make you throw up. So save yourself a trip to the bathroom and leave them be. Luckily for our family and friends, I'm the opposite of a snake demon because I'm starved for attention.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Spider-Man. Oh, yes, listeners. Like I said, I'm starved for attention, but more importantly, listeners, no matter what, no matter how I go out, do not let my death be in vain. Self-erotic asphyxiation? Yeah, guys. Don't let it be in vain. Start telling everyone. You need a partner when you do that. Oh, James slipped and fell in the shower. Start marketing towards people of my demographic, those little frogs that you put on a tub, you know? That's what you need to do. Uh-oh, James got hit by a truck. Ban trucks. Actually, you want to know what? While we're at it, before I die from a truck accident, let's just ban trucks right now. What are they good for? Bringing things from place to place? No, you can do that in a train, okay? Most of our shipments are projected through trains, freight cars, and whatnot. But Nicole's like, oh, but the Amtrak would be a lot better if we banned freight trains. Well, guess what?
I didn't say that.
Ban those too. Let's just start banning everything and banning together and feeling love. There's too much hate in this world. Am I right? You know, the news media's got us pulling at the left and pulling at the right. But how about we come together in the center and I introduce my free-thinking friend, my confidant, the lady I've kissed most every day for almost 10 years. It's Nicole the Bricks Jakis.
Hi.
How are you?
Confused.
You want to start banning things?
No.
If you could have carte blanche, you could ban one thing, you're president for the day, but also dictator, what would you ban? Now make it kind of goofy. Don't be like, hate. How can you ban hate, you know? Then we won't have Slayer, dude, because one of those dudes is actually hateful. Yes, Nicole, what would you ban?
All the foods that I can't eat.
Hell yeah. So then no one's saying like, oh, I only made pasta with heavy tomato sauce.
Yeah.
All right. That's actually good.
Fuck all you resty yous.
All right, yeah. I would ban pineapples. I can't eat that. I'd ban walnuts. Can't eat those. Actually, hey, I'm banning sugar. Why is sugar added, or at least adding sugar to things? If you are adding it, get out of here. If it's a natural sugar, fine. Oh, what about an apple juice? Well, if it's no sugar added, 100% juice, not from concentrate, that's fine. But if it's like, hey, you want some of this pasta sauce? Nicole doesn't. But hey, let's throw sugar in there. Why? Barbecue
makes it
sauce?
Sweeter.
No, get it out of here. Barbecue sauce. Especially peanut butter. Peanut butter does not... I eat sugar-free peanut butter. It is so sweet as is.
You've clearly never put peanut butter in a bowl and then dumped sugar on it and mixed it real good.
Ew, Nicole. I mean, texturally that would be good, but you can just eat sand in your peanut butter if that's what you want.
It's so good.
It's not. That's a heart attack waiting.
Yeah.
Ugh, sugar, get it out of here. That's what I'd ban. Besides hate and whatever. Come on, guys. Those are given. If we've gotten to the point that they're saying like, hey, idiot, would you like to be dictator for the day? That means we've progressed so far that they're like, oh yeah, hate is done for in the United States of these Americas.
But that's such an ambiguous thing.
What do you mean?
Like, how would you
ban hate?
Yeah.
Lobotomy is probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pro-lobotomy in 2023. If you haven't gotten the memo. Required. Just part of it needs to be scooped out. Figure out what is bad in your brain.
Yeah.
Pinpoint that figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
And then scoop it out. You could pinpoint it, and then it's like what's a toothpick?
Okay.
You do that, clip, and then it comes out,
Yeah.
and you eat it.
Wow.
For substance. You take that badness and you dominate it by eating.
Yeah.
That's what I do with all my duty. I'm like, get out of here, and then I'm just housing it. I say I'm victorious.
My mom was like, I wish I could be one of those people that's just like happy-go-lucky all the time. That, like even in your relationship, you just not bickering at each other. And I was like, well, that's different. That's a different thing. Like that's just having communication with each other and like and compromise and like what bothers you. She's like, no, that's not it. And I was like,
You're like, you should have been like, Mom, I know you've been married for like 20 years, but I have been in a relationship for 10.
Yeah.
And we're still going strong without the bickering. Yes, listeners might be like, they do that all the time. It's for comedy.
Oh, yeah. So for the listeners, sorry, Mom.
Mommy?
Sorry, Pa. But
one of them is listening.
They bicker.
Yeah.
They do a lot.
But not in a mean way.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
Sometimes it feels...
Nicole, you were constantly like outing family for...
What?
Transgressions they have.
Yeah.
I was throwing a bone of like, yes, it's just like normal. You've been married for 20 years bickering. And I threw that bone and you were like, no. If hate was banned, then finally they would get along.
Wow. They just take little bites.
Okay. When they should be doing literal bites.
Multiple times throughout the day. And I'm like, guys, you need to just sit down and work this shit out because, man, I do not like being around it.
Oh, dang. I don't notice it because I got headphones on.
Yeah. I mean, because you have to be in a situation where they're both together.
Oh, okay. And not eating.
And
that's generally.
Yeah. And like, it has to be like multiple hours in where they like it's get back into your like comfort zone or whatever.
Circadian rhythm.
Sure, James.
Like cicadas. We should start a relationship podcast for real. That might actually be successful.
Okay.
All right, guys, let us know. Just
if you want us to quit this podcast.
Yeah.
And do a relationship one instead.
Or maybe quit, mostly speaking, Sentai After Dark, and then, or I guess if we get up to $1,000 on the Patreon, we'll just be like, okay, all right, we can start another podcast. Because that's like $250 in your pocket every month, if that's the case.
I always thought it would be fun to do one where like people anonymously send in like drama or some shit.
Okay.
And you just read it.
And then you say like, here's how you should deal with it, or just like, hey, them's the teats.
Or it's just like, whoa.
Man, that's crazy.
Like, I found out that I had a secret half-sister when I was 21.
Whoa, that's
or
the
whatever.
tea.
Yeah.
I have a half-uncle, found that out recently.
Whoa.
A secret one.
Secret.
Because he's in the shadows. He's like Batman.
Oh, shit.
But he's up in like Petoskey or something.
Whoa.
They farm rocks there, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Petoskey stone. Isn't that like a type of stone?
I think so.
All right, so it's got to be named after the mineral that condenses together.
Sure.
Then you punch it and you go, ow, why'd I do that?
I got Petoskey.
It's crazy how, like, if you were to punch, like, a wall of sand that's, like, being dropped down, like a waterfall of sand, that's not going to hurt. But if you were to punch a waterfall of solid rock, that's going to hurt. But it's made out of the same thing.
I mean, what is a waterfall of solid rock?
It's just like rock on a conveyor belt that's going whoosh, whoosh. It kind of like a wheel.
Yeah, if you punch a solid thing, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
that's
but it's
not
crazy.
Weird.
But it's crazy is what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
Yes. Wonder what human sediment would be like.
Oh my God.
Like if you just start, I guess it's dust. Dust is human sediment, guys. Gross. But that's not what we're here to discuss. We're not here to discuss that dust is mostly dead skin. And I'll tell you, my head's in love because we're discussing episode 10 of Spider-Man entitled, You Found a Snake Woman and She's in Hell or something. She's tearful. What is it?
I don't remember. I leave that up to you. And you failed. You failed me.
I saw a snake woman's tears in hell, something along those lines. Yeah. Oh, real quick, I found a tablet and a huge Mac monitor in the alleyway today.
Yeah.
I was excited. I was like, holy shrits. Together, it's like $300 worth of merch.
Was it near us?
It was literally our...
Oh.
Yeah, as I was walking back home because I thought I could do laundry today because I'm down to just 2 dress shirts. But then our laundry is still the apartment area.
Yeah.
The pipe where like water runs off to, which this has been an issue for such a long time. It's
Since
crazy
we
how
moved in, yeah.
they're just now getting to it. Maybe no one was telling them, but it's just backed up the drainage pipe and it was just mud everywhere. So I was like, I could do my laundry, but 2 things. The pipe's going to back up again, then I'm walking in that. And if any of my clothes fall in it, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
For that article of clothing. So fingers crossed I actually got it done so I can do it tomorrow. Because shoot, Lil Corey's coming over tomorrow. He's going to just see me in no shirt and shorts.
Man, too bad we don't have the washer and dryer at work anymore.
Oh! I was thinking about saying like, hey, Torchy. But before I would go to Torchy's and drop off clothes and come back, I would just do a couple shirts in the tub.
Oh, yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. Because Torchy's got that in-unit, baby.
Well, I was just like, I forgot that you've done that before.
What, tub laundry?
Yeah.
I do it frequently, baby. It keeps the tub clean. That's good.
Gross.
What do you mean? No, I mean like I scrub the tub before I do laundry because I'm not going to be gross.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me know if you want to go halvesies on a washer.
No.
No?
That's electricity, baby.
All right.
And I'd rather just do it in the tub. That's what I would much rather get, like one of those rolly things that you feed laundry through to wring it out.
That's not washing it.
Well, the biggest issue with doing laundry in your tub is having to wring it out afterwards before hanging it up. If you just had, because it like...
So it's not sopping.
Yes, my cuticles have bled after doing that because you're like wringing it and there's like chemical agents technically, like harsh soap that you're working through.
Yeah.
And then like as you're rinsing it out, it gets on you and that's the biggest issue with tub laundry, listeners out there. All our listeners are like, wow, are they doing okay? I choose to do
we're
because,
not okay.
yes, I mean, we're not, but like emotionally and whatnot. Go on the patreon.com/MLM pod. But this is more so standing my ground on the laundry company that rents out the space in our apartment, jacking up the price and bringing down the quality as they jack it up.
Yeah, it's not like they put in like nicer ones. It's just the same shitty one.
Yeah. Or maybe put one more in there. Do something. Because there's still just 2 dryers, 2 washers, and the dryers suck. You have to put in additional quarters for more time.
Yeah. And then once we started doing that, then they made the price more.
I gotta find a key.
It's like, God damn it.
To just auto do it. I had one, but it doesn't fit. It might be they might have a proprietary.
Possibly.
Yeah. So I would want something to wring it out. Or even maybe one of those lettuce things that you would use at...
A salad spinner?
Yeah, salad spinner. A salad tosser is what people have called me.
Well, because I kind of want an in-unit, or not in, but it's like it's an apartment-sized washer.
Well, my mom was thinking about getting us that. Instead of a Roomba, would you want one of those? Think about it.
I want both.
Okay, well, buy one for yourself and have my mom for Christmas buy the other.
Or have my mom get us a Roomba.
Okay. Roombas kind of suck, though.
Excuse you?
Like, technically, they
my
sometimes
mom
just
said
hit.
hers is amazing.
Okay,
and
all
she
right.
loves it.
All right. I will take Miss Nicole's mom's authority over this.
I'm tired of kitty litter and James hair everywhere.
Well, one of those, actually, both of those we can't stop. When I said one of them, I was like, wait, well, which one can't we stop? I guess the kitty litter everywhere, there's more fixes for that than me pulling out my hair, I think. Or I just wear mittens the entire time. I've thought about wearing gloves, but those sweat anything sweats my hands.
Yeah.
Just putting my hands together, eventually they will start sweating. They're
Even
so
just
warm.
nothing sweats your hands.
Yeah. A cool breeze will sweat my hands.
Yeah.
You want to get into this?
I guess.
Ooh. So real quick rundown. Hey,
Yeah.
there's this mountain research meteorite place that Takuya's dad, he was friends with the researcher. So by proxy, they became friends with his daughter. Her name is...
What the fuck? Shimako?
There you go. Nicole, I know you wrote it down. That's why I pointed.
Okay.
All right. So she's been a hermit these days. Where's daddy? He dead. Spoilers. And then she's a snake woman because she got a curse of some sort maybe on her with a necklace.
It's unclear.
Yeah. She is for sure not a BME machine. She is just a
Yeah.
straight up cursed woman who turns into a snake.
Yeah.
So just so you know, that's part of the story. No more machines.
Do they not say it later?
Of course not.
Okay.
No, there's no holdover in these episodes.
Yeah.
Besides, eventually we'll meet an Interpol man.
Yeah.
Yay. And she tries to kill Shinko, but she gets away. Spider-Man saves her, and then in the hospital, Snake Lady tries to kill him, but then has a change of heart in a dungeon and says, I'll kill myself. She specifically says, death is the only option. And I was like, our emo queen over here. And then Takiya's sad. Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, either I do it now or they're going to kill me. So.
Or in the sense of, I don't want to keep killing because she is being controlled. So she's like, death is my only option.
Yeah.
Or in the grand scheme of things, death is the only option. Either I keep making people die or I kill myself.
True.
Mm-hmm. This show has layers, onion, donkey. Nicole, should we invest in buried meteorites? Because they seem really in.
Yeah, it's weird how they're like, oh, it was stolen. I'm like, but it's a rock in the ground.
Yeah, I guess if you're burying a time capsule and you go to dig it up after 10 years, you're
I
like,
would just say, oh, someone found it.
oh, I would say someone thieved it. They knew I had poems about someone else in here, and they're going to out me for it, blackmail me.
Blaspheme me.
Yeah. Oh, man, I wish someone would blaspheme me because that means I'm a god in someone else's eyes.
Whoa.
They're treating buried meteorites like gold, forever stamps, or Bitcoin in 2021. It's just like, whoa, this is booming. We need more buried meteorites. So much so, we need to know how to mine them, just like gold, just like forever stamps, and Bitcoin specifically in 2021.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to invest just like I did in gold, forever stamps, and Bitcoin in 2021. I didn't.
Wow, way to fuck it up.
Yeah, I would have been rolling in it. Actually, I would have been buying it was very high. You don't want to buy then. Should have bought in 2014, baby. And then sold in 2021. Before October.
Oh.
I think that's when it crashed. But yeah, she's at this research center on Mount Hakuju.
Hakuja.
Oh, okay. I had the vowels in different spots.
What the fuck?
It's whatever I want, baby.
You sounded like a tiny witch that was surfing.
Oh, damn. I'd be living the dream.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that in a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Probably.
A witch just on a broomstick.
There is a witch, I feel like. Or maybe I'm thinking of Looney Tunes.
Oh, yeah. Looney Tunes has a witch.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But in Yogi's gang, there was a witch of gossip. Yeah, there was a gossipy witch in that, too.
She surfed.
Uh-huh. This also in Bible Man, she surfed as well. Surfed the interwebs. So they're sitting down because, it starts out with these 3 Chads going up to the house and saying, oh, no one's home. It's foggy out here. Uh-oh, we might die. But no one's home. Let's break in. And they're like, make it quick. But if no one's home, it doesn't need to be quick. There's no one for miles. And they just pick up a normal rock and just start hitting the doorknob with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she comes out and she's like, please don't do this. But she's actually ensnaring them, bringing them in because she turns into a snake and goes,
Yeah, guys, don't ever tell anyone you're alone.
Yeah. And if someone's giving up that information and you're trying to break in, immediately run.
Yeah, be like, oh shit, they have a gun or something.
And they want to murder.
Yeah.
They've been telling all their friends, like, man, I just can't wait till someone breaks into my place.
Yeah.
Like some people I know have said that.
Dude.
Ugh.
Also, don't fucking ask people if they are alone.
Oh, yeah.
I've had people at work, like customers, multiple times be like, oh, are you the only one here today? And I'm like, that's none of your fucking business. Mm-hmm. I get it if it's like, oh, you're shorthanded or whatever. That's why you're on a struggle bus right now. But like, it's usually like casually just like, oh, are you? And it's like, don't fucking ask anyone that.
This is what you do. You get a replica of it. You say, if someone asks that, you say, oh yeah, it's just me and my Luger 457 and pull out a gun. And they're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That reminds me of, we watched Showgirls.
Oh yeah. I was going to talk about that on Height of Horror, but Presley had to reschedule. Man, Showgirls is great.
Dude, yeah.
I
was thinking about her switchblade.
Vegas in the late 80s and early 90s. I'll say it to the crows come home.
Yeah.
My parents are stupid. Why? Muskegon of all places, when in 1991, as I was in the womb with an umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, I could have been raised and born in Vegas.
Wow.
Same goes for your parents.
Yeah.
Oh man, how would your dad have handled Vegas?
How much do you how angry are you at Mars for leaving Vegas to live here?
Chicago's fine. If they would have chose Chicago over Muskegon, I would have been cool with it. But Vegas, ooh, baby. And now Vegas it seems very Disney-fied, just like Times Square. Like Times Square, I mean, I wouldn't...
Very like commercial.
I wouldn't have wanted my parents to be like, yeah, well, it's 1991. Let's go move to Times Square. I'd be like, why? I guess I get to go to the porno houses. But it wasn't a good place to live.
Yeah.
It's a good place to...
jerk off.
I was going to try and find something that is that, but rhymes with live.
Mm-hmm.
Good place to pib. You know, pop a cold pib. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Okay.
A pib ultra. You ever drink that?
A piss ultra?
Yes. Piss ultra, man. Huh. If Ultraman, the new series, was like, he draws his power from piss, I don't care how much of a Boy Scout he is, I would be watching every episode simulcast.
You're Neo from the Matrix, but everything is piss.
Yes, that's from Auntie Donna. That game show seemed frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I was stoned and asleep while you were watching that, because I'm like, this is nerve-wracking.
It was hilarious.
What's it called? The worst guessing game in the world?
Something, yeah.
Look up Auntie Donna. You'll find it.
Watch Showgirls.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
NC-17.
It's beautifully.
And it definitely earns that rating.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
It's so horny. I loved it. And people are like, oh, it's really bad and crazy. I don't think it's bad. It's a little crazy, but it's just good.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie for sure.
A little long to start watching it at like 6:30 at night after being stoned all day.
Because you fell asleep.
No, I didn't fall asleep. No, you were saying like, wait, this movie's still going? I was like, yeah, it's like 2 hours and 17 minutes long.
But it's also because they don't waste time. Like they're like, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. So it's like all of this shit happened and it's still only like 30 minutes in. Yeah.
Getting juiced nonstop.
Yeah.
And it's also beautifully written of how circular it is. Of she starts out and then ends in the same place, but also you see like that same thing happened to the previously person she did that to, and etc. I like that kind of storytelling.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like what I've said to you before of like about like actors and stuff, and it's like you almost have to be a really shitty person to be like insanely successful.
You gotta be shitty, you know?
Yeah.
We'll start pushing down people's tables at Anime Midwest.
Exactly.
Also, I forgot to mention, hey guys, we're Sans guest this week because on you heard a bumper for it, but we are doing Kaiju July 1st, July 2nd on twitch.tv/mostly speaking Sentai. And next month, if you miss it, that's fine. Every single episode, we will be releasing all edited and polished up in the feed. You're going to have R2 Shelby 2, Steve Barnes, aka Intro Void, Rob from Tokyo Lives, Tokyo Lives if you're dirty, and
if you're
Core
horny.
Winning. And yeah.
I thought you were going to plug going to Anime Midwest.
Oh, no. We'll plug that in a next week. Or I guess we can't because we'd have to just do it on all the Kaiju Icons. Hey, guys.
If you're in Chicago, I'm going to be selling stuff at Anime Midwest.
So if you want to meet us,
fun.
Come meet us.
Yeah.
Don't be a creep about it.
Don't ask us if we're working alone.
Don't. We'll pull out our Luger 457.
Yeah.
Except we will not.
I'll get out my switchblade that I glued googly eyes onto.
But it'll have to be a comb. They do have metal detectors there.
Yeah, it'll be plastic.
Ooh, a plastic knife can do some damage.
Yeah.
Some damage. I'm flexing.
Yeah, if it's a comb, like serrated, yeah.
Oh, a serrated comb.
Serrated comb.
I want a serrated comb.
What?
It's cum, but it's like wiggly, you know?
But it's bumpy.
Yeah, bumpy cum. That would actually, like, boba cum?
No, that's not a thing.
I know, but what I'm saying is, wouldn't that kind of feel nice inside of you?
What?
Even for, like, if I just...
To come out of you?
Both. Well, it's in you to come out of you, but also, like... Well, it's in me to push it out.
Yeah.
And if a woman were to have it inside of them, whatever orifice, for that to, it would be a sensation. And a sensation.
Jesus.
Boba cum.
Oh.
All right. So so those dudes get bit and then...
She fucking puts a rock on the gas pedal and lets that baby ride off a cliff.
And just explodes.
It's fucking awesome.
But I wonder, would that have, unless the rock comes out...
Yeah, it flips around. But there was no one in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
was
that
there?
too. Yeah, I don't know. This was always going to be suspicious, guys.
Yeah.
But I guess when my friends got hit by that car, they didn't know who was in the driver's seat at first because, like, they were everywhere.
James.
You know?
James.
I mean, they were still intact, but they were, like, everywhere.
James.
Not like their body parts were strewn about.
James.
They were just like, oh, one's in the passenger seat and one's in the other seat, and like
James.
all of them shouldn't have been in this seat, but they were.
They were ghost riding.
Now they're ghost riding.
Yo.
Up in heaven. Sean and Terry, R.I.P.
James.
What? All right, so then it's in the papers that this happened, and Takuya's at the dinner or breakfast table, I should say, reading the paper, minding his own business, and his little brother goes, "Hey, didn't you know it's unhealthy to be reading the paper at breakfast?" And Takuya should have put his paper down and said, "Hey, didn't you know nosiness is unhealthy for little brothers and two for flinching?"
Wow.
Or he should have brought his motorcycle in the house again and then just like a chainsaw, revved it up as he's holding it up so this wheel is spinning. He's like, gonna get you.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, and then accidentally puts his hand out and it just rips off his top of the finger. That's a reference to when my sister did that with a knife to me. So then what's her face? Shinko, she goes and says hey, I got to see my friend up there, make sure she's okay because all these disappearances and murders are happening or inconveniences of life. And well, she's there, she's talking, catching up with her friend, and it's it's cold, or no, it's hot, it's the summertime.
Yeah.
Why do you have the fire on? And she's like, I get cold easily. Because she's a snake.
Yeah. She's a lizard person.
So, Sweet Child of Time, Steve and I, we reviewed Conan the Destroyer. And in that, Steve was like, man, and they're just blowing this smoke stuff out of their mouth. He's like, I don't know how they did that. I was like, oh, I know. And he's like, what? And then I explained it. And he's like, wait, this is real. I was like, yes, I did research.
Yeah.
I did. I know how to podcast. So what they did, and I was like, oh, maybe that's what she's doing because she blows out this white smoke.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, they probably did that. They had these cages that housed dry ice. And they would put that in the actor's mouth, and as they breathed out, it would cause this foggy smoke. It needed to be in cages, or else it would burn the
you would
mouth.
die.
I was like, that's probably what they did. And then I immediately was like, they didn't have the budget or the safety for that. They probably just had them take a fat rip of a stogie and her just keep it in her mouth and go.
Or just a regular ice cube.
No, that wouldn't. No, Nicole. No. That wouldn't be cold enough to get that thick fog. No. And at this moment, Takuya thinks he sees this in a dream. But he's like, oh no. He whips out his communicator, pulls it open, and he says, my spidey senses have snared. Come to me, GP7. So it's like a breathalyzer test. He has to explain his reasoning for it coming to him in order for it to use, maybe? Because why else would he have said, hey, my spidey senses is open? It's like me in Pornhub. I have to, into the microphone. It's not one of these microphones. I have, a USB mic. Actually, it's not even USB. It's a Logitech mic from 2006 I'm speaking into.
No one cares.
And I say, my orogeny has ensnared. My erogenous zones, my nipples.
Have been snared by a spider.
My frenum, my prostate. Ew, I hope it. Oh, you want to know what? A spider has done that to me before. That spider lady from Los Luchadores.
No. Shinko almost gets in a car and drove it off a cliff, but then Spider-Man shoots a big old spider web and catches it.
It's a spider web string.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, musical guest. Snake Lady.
Spider webs.
Featuring GP7. A car just comes out. They're like, it's like the musical Grease, but Spider-Man.
The next note I have is Shimako being controlled by a necklace.
Oh, yeah. Because Spider-Man gets away. And then Amazonas is like, hey, you let her get away. Don't run away from me. And then they do that nice. It's done so well. They just, filmed her running away, but put it in reverse. But
it looks super cool.
So good. And then Shinko goes to the hospital,
Yeah.
and then Takuya's just hanging out, cleaning up his bike, and Hitomi comes up and is like, oh, your sister's in the hospital. Your dad died, and now you could lose your sister too. And then she says, be a man for once and fight for what you love. And again, I think I brought it up in the first or second episode. At this moment, I would be like, you want to know what? I'm not a man. I'm more than a man. I'm a Spider-Man. And then I would have been like, Spider-Man, done that, and it's been double middle fingering that lady. I'd been like, yeah. And you would have been double fingering her.
You're mad at him for what?
For constantly in
For
this
not
series.
finding the Iron Cross army and beating them up?
No, for constantly. His family and friends are saying like, oh, you're such a coward. And it's like, he's not, though. This is when I would constantly be telling them, I am Spider-Man. I am the one who has saved you the previous 9 weeks. If anything, you guys should stop being so clumsy and getting in danger for me to get you out of it.
Yeah.
I just remembered eventually we're going to get into episodes, just episode after episode of, hey, he needs to like help a child out with something.
And you hate that?
Yeah, kind of. Except it is kind of cool that every single episode it's like, I'm an orphan. And it's like every kid, parent's dead or is about to see their parent die. Oh, and speaking of which, we're watching Mega Ranger. And man, episode 19 or something, he just punches a kid. So funny.
James.
I mean, like,
because it's fake.
yes.
Yeah.
And because it's so outlandish and played so seriously, it becomes funny.
Yeah, like almost in disbelief.
Uh-huh. I need to clip that and just throw it up on TikTok and all that.
And all that.
So then Snake Lady, she
Snake
comes
Lady, yeah.
and is like, hey, where's Shinko at? I want to say, hey. And he's like, oh, I'll bring you there. She's at a hospital, whatever.
Yeah.
And then as they're going, the little kid, the brother, is like, oh, wow, she really is cute and bubbly. And then Hitomi is like, yeah, little kid, you are right. She is pretty. And then is like jealous. And I would have loved it if when I was a kid, I'd be like, she is pretty. And then like my mom or an aunt being jealous that my dad or uncle is watching Muppets Take Manhattan and I'm talking about Miss Piggy. And they're like, oh, is he fawning over a pig? I need to, I guess, be more like her. And it's like, no, she's Miss
What
Piggy.
the
I'm a
fuck,
child.
James?
Don't take my opinion on what women look like. Or you're going to be like, yeah, I need to aspire to be a pig in a dress.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way, but that's like a 1-to-1
What?
situation.
Are you saying you are Miss Piggy?
I don't know.
Oh, a 1-to-1 of this situation and me saying like, oh
yes,
yeah, Miss
what
Piggy.
we're literally talking
I
about.
thought you were then saying like, oh yeah, James thought Miss Piggy was cute and I guess I am. I got a little piggy in me.
No, that's a different thing.
I wish I had a piggy in a blanket in me.
Banned.
What? Pigs in a blanket?
Yep.
No. You might go eat meat now.
Oh, yeah, that was, I don't know, sort of the other, it's not really an announcement, but.
Oh, it's an announcement. Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news.
Oh, my God. Yeah, because of all the dietary restrictions that I have, I feel like I can't be a vegetarian anymore to maintain my own health.
Just eat not beans. Yeah, eat beans and legumes like me.
Those upset your acid.
Oh, damn. Take omeprazole like me.
I can't
Oh, wait, why not?
because it fucks up my mouth.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right. Just, eat anally.
You know what? Yeah.
Yes. Guys, Anal Dentata, this hit single, future hit single by me, is coming out soon. It has been recorded. It's been shipped off to remixers to remix it. It's going to be good. Out probably October, maybe September. Anal Dentata.
Incredible. I love how we went from me announcing that I'm not going to be a vegetarian anymore, which is something that I've been for like, I don't fucking know, forever.
More than half.
Like 15 years at least. At yeast.
Yeast.
To you releasing a song called Anal Dentata.
Well, yeah, because you were going to start eating with your butt.
Yeah.
And you want to know what would make that really easy?
Teeth.
Yeah. You got some chompers down there.
Absolutely.
Think of frogs with nice teeth. Like, have you ever seen those images?
Yeah, I've seen one in real life.
What?
Yeah.
A frog with like nice teeth?
Yeah.
All right, well, think of that, but someone's butt.
It said just all teeth. It said, give me a kiss.
Ew.
Give me a kiss on the teeth. And I said, no thanks. And it said, okay.
I guess it's...
And it hopped away.
Nicole in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Where area of the country were you in?
Gotta say Florida.
Florida? Okay. Was it their teeth? I guess that's not...
I don't know.
Now that's not the most fantastical part. You met a frog that talks?
Yeah.
No top hat. It was just a serious man wanting a kiss. Do you think it was a prince?
I think it was a demon.
Oh, okay. I mean, kiss a demon turns into a hotter than a prince man.
Yeah, probably.
And you don't have to worry about inbreeding.
Right.
Because, you know, demons can fuck whoever they want. And I don't think demons are born. They're just conjured. So I guess you could conjure an, in quotes, inbred demon, but that's kind of a fucked up thing to do. That's a mean necromancer who's doing that. Like Victor on Hit It and Crit It was a weird wizard, but he wouldn't have been like, I am going to conjure a demon that is inbred. Corey would be like, you can't. You absolutely, and I'm like, why can't I? It's whatever I think in my brain.
But did you ask him if you could make it so that they possessed a frog?
I didn't. That might be more difficult.
See, that's where you fucked up.
Well, no, I would have a better chance. I think he would be like, hey, you want to know what? Roll Arcana.
Yeah, but he might actually agree to it, though.
Yeah. He would be like, hey, roll Arcana on disadvantage. You need a nat 20. And then I roll. I'm like, double nat 20s. And he's like, okay, well, roll a percentile. You need 100. I rolled 100. And he's like, Jesus Christ, I guess you have an inbred demon. I'm like, yes. Then I like hold up a piece of paper and I was like, little Corey, look at the spelling of that. And he's like, it's a demon in a pastry is what you're saying. I was like, yes.
A loaf of bread.
Inbred demon. And he's like, yeah, I guess you feed it to the enemy, they die. Is that what you want? And I'm like, no, I want them to be a chef, not inside of someone.
Yeah.
You can't cook in a man.
They're just like a little friend that lives in a loaf of bread.
Mm-hmm. Or like a bread bowl, but it's a bread house.
A gingerbread house.
Don't put any milk on this bread house. It'll just mush down.
Yeah, it'll get mushy.
And they'll say, I can't live here anymore.
You know what number one enemy of a bread house?
What?
Ducks.
Uh-huh. All of a sudden, I'm like, hey, I gotta wait another day to conjure this, cast this 7th level spell, which is summon inbred demon. Okay. Yeah, Miss Piggy, we know.
You wrote that down.
Yeah, I wrote the Miss Piggy thing down.
Oh my God.
So then the lady goes to the hospital at night and then pulls back curtains to be like, okay, where is Shinko at? And then there's a nurse just sleeping back there. Then she like wakes her up with a shake, then bites her neck to kill her. You didn't need to do that. This woman was trying to take a work nap, as she should be able to do.
Yeah, like just use your sleep gas again.
Yeah.
But I guess if they're like, I want to make sure I don't run into any issues.
Oh, yeah. Gotta kill. Tie up loose strings. And how you do that is you tie piano wire around her neck, make her scream until she can't.
Okay. I'm scared now.
Don't be scared. I'd never hurt you. Physically, that is. Emotionally, that is.
What's next, you hussy bitch?
It came from the basement. So he was hearing these beep, 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 beep when he's researching the research center after being like, hey, it could be this recluse out there. And he hears noise. It came from the basement. Movie pitch. It came from the basement. And it's either like a demonic possessed nerd or zombies are being made from nerds in basements. Like, oh, we got a LAN party. They keep inviting them down. Hey, yeah, come LAN with us. But you're getting zombified by, CRT waves are going into your eyes. This would be made in like 2003.
Pretty sure that's called, I don't remember the name of it. It's a literal movie we watched.
Oh, with nerds?
I think it was like a kid.
Oh, just a single kid was getting goofy?
Yeah, and the zombies came out of the TV.
Oh, yes, I remember it. Brain Dead, maybe? Something along the TV Dead. Something along those lines. I was going to say The Ring is technically that. Like, it is a virus that is transmitted through those tapes.
Yeah.
It makes you wonky faced.
But zombies don't come out.
No. I think it was called The TV Dead. I got to watch that because I fell asleep.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
Maybe straight to Patreon.
I liked it.
Patreon.com/MLMpod.
Oh.
Where little Corey and I are getting patriotic this month.
Whoa.
In celebration for 4th of July. We're doing a watch-along of Uncle Sam from 1996, where, collaborator frequently, Howard Kramer, Dragon Boy Suede is in.
More like Uncle Blam.
Because of the fireworks upstairs?
Yeah.
Or not upstairs.
Upstairs.
In heaven. That's what we need.
Whoa.
We need fireworks so strong that all the soldiers up in heaven are seeing it and they're pounding their chest, saluting to these United States.
Do like people who are super into like heaven and stuff, do they not believe in outer space?
I don't know, but you just saying like, do people who are like super into heaven, you'd have to ask someone.
Like, have you ever heard that where people are like almost like flat earthers, but it's like,
yeah,
or like the denial of, what is it, dinosaurs or some shit?
Oh yeah, that I know. That I can get behind.
Is it like, do they also think that outer space is fake?
Probably. Like, no, past our atmosphere is where God lives.
Is heaven, yeah.
They used to. I don't know if anyone still does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's bring it back.
Hell yeah. Science is out the window because out the window is the heavens above.
Yeah.
I love a cave set.
Gotta love a cave set.
Godzilla has a bunch of them. It's always just, hey, we're hanging out in a cave, but you know it's not a real cave.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that was the habitat I lived in. It's really a cave, but it looks like a set cave.
So like Marceline from Adventure Time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, her house is cool.
Yeah.
It's very Master Roshi, but for people who are indoor kids.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, because she can't be out. Oh, wait, she can be out in the sun, can't she?
No.
Or it just hurts her. Like, it doesn't poof her, but it hurts her skin.
Yeah, you get burnt.
Okay. Well, that was my last note.
Mine is space cannon. That's why they wanted the meteorite.
Wait, that's why?
Yeah, they're using it to build a space cannon.
Okay, and as you know, if you're trying to lob something in space, you need something from space to be able to really project it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
been
if
out
it
there.
exists.
Yeah, if space exists. If meteorites are just, reminders from God to keep things in check.
Yeah.
He's like, get out of here.
And we said it at the beginning, but they don't really defeat the monster.
No.
The monster, she sets herself on fire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard a story of a child who, it probably happens all the time. Child goes up in an airplane. It's like, I saw Jesus. And it's like, no, you didn't.
I've literally never heard of that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it has happened many times. Like, I saw an
No.
angel up there, Mommy. Isn't this where heaven is? And they're like, yeah, it sure is. That's where Grandpa's at. No, Grandpa's in Grandpa's in the fire.
Yeah, I could see that. Just being like, yeah, little
Ralphie,
Ralphie.
little Spike.
But then you like turn to your husband.
But don't actually
and you're
turn.
Like, it's a goose.
Yeah.
It's not an angel.
It's a goofy goose.
Yeah.
And then the kids goes to school. I saw an angel. They have duck bills.
No, they go to school. They're like, what's this animal class?
It's an angel.
It's an angel.
I saw one. My mom said so. And then that kid gets the dunce cap.
Yeah.
Yay, yay. And that's the episode.
That's the episode.
And hey, don't let her death be in vain. That's why I said, Takuya says that.
Oh, yeah. I love how the narrator at the end is just like, yeah, fuck him up, Spider-Man.
Uh-huh. It happens every episode. He will keep doing that.
But I enjoy it.
All right, good. You can get like 48 of them.
Great.
Plus a movie and one of these. I've been in underwear this entire time, listeners.
Yeah.
Did you have that on your bingo card? Nicole, what you got to
I
plug?
need to make a bingo card now. What do I have to plug? I mean, myself, go to if you want to, but you don't have to, go to Anime Midwest, July 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yes.
Visit my website, darlinghomebody.com, for all the stuff that I make. And social medias, follow Darling Homebody.
Hey guys, listen to my music under Marshland Monster. New single with Dragon Boy Suede called Ill-Fated Brigade is releasing. July 7th, just like Nicole has a thing on July 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be so busy that day.
Oh,
saying,
so many things.
Earwolf Reddit will get a post, and then hopefully I found out you can post a video on there, so I'm just going to make a video of the song, so that'll be good. Nice promotional items. Follow me on TikTok. I'm doing good stuff on there. We'll start a sideshow. I already filmed some of them for Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, where I'm taking the shortest wrestling matches I can find that aren't just like a second long. And I'm doing watch-alongs of them over on TikTok. Check that out. Marshland Monster. Yay, yay. And head over to MLMpod.com to find out information about the other podcasts on our network, like Sweet Child of Time, Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, Formulaic, a podcast in script writing, Hit It and Crit It, and The Height of Horror. It's all good stuff. And finally, Patreon. What's up?
Oh, I was going to say, like, is your Fiverr up and running yet?
Yes, my Fiverr's up. If you are like, hey, I need James to edit a podcast for me, send it my way.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm not busy. If you think like, oh, James is no, I will make time for you, and I will push the other people to the side because these jackasses aren't paying me. All right.
But also, like, if you were too busy, you would just tell them.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
But everyone thinks I'm too busy.
Yeah.
It's like, no. You want to know what I'll do? I won't eat dinner. If that's really
TikToks
bad.
of you just doing nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'll start doing. I'll start going live for an hour and a half and being like, yeah, I'm waiting, you pieces of shit. So do that. Patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, it's the best way to support us. $5 a month gets you exclusive content every single Friday. We did the Ant Bully last month for Engage with Nicolas Cage. And for the 5th Friday, we do like something fun usually. We're doing a watch-along of the original Wicker Man.
It's a musical.
No, wait, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know anything about it. So, guys, check that out. And $10 patrons get all of that, plus monthly content in the form of straight to Patreon, maybe some play-alongs of Figure It Out, which on TikTok you can see clips from that. So check that out. And you get shout-outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z. the Waz, Orion, Jordan B. the Chaos Witch, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua Jacus, Steve Barnes of Sweet Child of Time, the mother in which wombed me, my mom, Lil Corey's BFF and soon-to-be former roommate Shane, that fed, twitch.tv/core winning, it's Corwin, and from the Rom Complex, Formulaic, and from twitch.tv/R2Shelby2, it's R2 Shelby 2. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Spider-Man. Bye-bye.
Pee.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.